Oh man. Um so we got some news. Some pretty bad news. So Joshua Primo, we all know that he's gone, right? And we fully expected and we're prepared for the San Antonio Spurs never like having him again, okay? I wasn't even sure with all the rumors that were going around yesterday. I wasn't even sure that he would get another job in the NBA, and that's still on the table. Probably not. But a team has until Monday, literally Monday, to take him off waivers. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea. Guys, I need a water. Hold on. I know I can edit it out. I'm dumbfounded. I don't. All right. So Joshua Primo allegedly exposed himself to multiple women. That's what's kind of going out there right now. This is from Woj. So yeah, it's legit. So the San Antonio Spurs released guard Joshua Primo, the number 12 pick in the 2021 NBA draft, stemmed from multiple alleged instances of him exposing himself to women. The decision to release Primo on Friday night was sudden and shocking, and it spoke to the severity of the issues surrounding the promising 19-year-old. Now, I already said this, and I'm sure way more will come out, okay? That's all we have right now. This is pretty vague. It's not vague, but it's obviously bad, real bad. But I'm sure more will come out, okay? And we'll see what happens here. But I do have a take on it. There's a few things that I want to point out that I think that the Spurs are handling very maturely. Now, before that, let's go ahead and go into this statement from Joshua Primo. And obviously, I already kind of did a video on it live, and I just recorded while I was on live. But this is what Josh Primo had to say, and we talked about already, but I know that you all are surprised by today's announcement. I've been seeking help to deal with previous trauma I suffered, and will now take this time to focus on my mental health treatment more fully. I hope to be able to discuss these issues in the future so I can help others who have suffered in a similar way. I appreciate privacy at this time. So I've seen quite a few comments, and it's enough to be alarming, okay? I've seen quite a few comments that have come out and said, oh, wow, he was just using mental health as an excuse. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea, okay? We don't know Joshua Primo. Obviously, we don't know Joshua Primo. But I will say this. I think that argument in and of itself is harmful, and I don't necessarily think that makes this any more genuine. So the thing is, when it comes to this trauma or mental health issues, it all can be related. This doesn't necessarily say that you have no responsibility on the situation. You did what you did. You hurt people, okay? You've hurt some lives, and having this type of assault, it's wrong. It's not a good thing, okay? But at the same time, just looking at it surface level and just saying, no, that's all it is to it. Obviously, mental health does play a part in something like that. But when it's all said and done, you do deserve the consequences of what comes to you. Now, this is what I really wanted to talk about, okay? Because I don't want to key in on Joshua Primo. This right here, there are actual victims. And while he was it sounds like, we don't know for sure, but at least from what he said or his people let out, it sounds like he was a victim of this in some way. I understand that. But we will want to focus on the victims more so than anybody. And they're the real victims here. So I won't focus in on Joshua Primo right now. But I will say this. The San Antonio Spurs, I think this is a really this took a lot of maturity, a lot of guts. Because here's the thing. The Spurs have basically put Joshua Primo on the forefront. We all know that they were going all the way in on Joshua Primo. There were many reports on how the San Antonio Spurs franchise sees him as a franchise player. He has legitimate talent. I'm not taking away from any of that. You guys know I absolutely loved him as a player. But with that being said, this statement right here from Buford, I think it says it all. It is our hope that in the long run, the decision will serve best interests of both organization and Joshua. Something like this would have only gotten worse. And you know, just history have shown statistically, it will just get worse. When guys get more power, it doesn't necessarily, even if you have better access to get the help that you need to stop this, it doesn't necessarily play into what you're gonna do next. So this was really good for the Spurs to hop on this, because let's just be honest, he would have became worse. This would have gotten bigger. The more power he got, the more money that he got, his issues would have just really gotten ramped up. So I'm glad that the Spurs went ahead and came in and said, hey, we're gonna go ahead and nip this on the bud now, as we should. And I think that that's what at least this is what I got from this this statement, is that, look, I think in the long run this is going to help him, because if the Spurs would have went into this and they already put so much, because they put a lot of stock into Josh Primo, and they tried to cover it up, or they tried to just put it on the rug, or just let him hold on to the Spurs for a little while, and we'll just say, he's just hurt, he can't come back. If they tried to do that, it would have only made Joshua Primo worse when it comes to this. Everything that I've said about Josh Primo at this point, I don't take back. Okay, it's just a shame. It's just a really shameful situation. It's really sad, but I don't take anything back. Like Josh Primo, I really do believe that he had the potential to be a star in the NBA. I think that he showed a lot of maturity, at least with his teammates, on and off the court. But it seems as if there's some demons in that closet, and this is absolutely awful. And I do not blame the San Antonio Spurs for cutting ties at all. But I guarantee you it's going to be more that we hear. It's going to be much worse than this. And this is bad enough, but stem from multiple alleged instances. Yeah, it's going to be some things that we hear. And this is not good. And the worst part about this entire thing, I know it doesn't matter what age you are, but he's 19, man. You screwed up your career to this degree at 19 years old. That's insane. But hey, kudos to the San Antonio Spurs, because they saw a demon emerging. They saw his demons. Okay, not like saying he's a demon necessarily, but they saw his demons, and they said, okay, we need to get on this now, because you're only going to get worse. So hopefully, we get some more information, so I can even give more of, how I feel about it. But this surface level, what I know thus far, if this is true, and it is, because Woj said it, this is terrible. This is god awful. And I'm very happy that the San Antonio Spurs cut ties, because that's gross, man. It's not good. Not good at all. Not bueno. All right. Well, I'll get with you guys later, man. Yeah, screw it. Here, if you want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com. I don't have Primo on the shop anymore, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to view it. But if you want to support the channel, link in the description. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Till next time, man.